Welcome back to SpeakCast English, your daily English listening practice podcast. I'm Andrew, your expert teacher and host.
We're jumping into Nobody Told Me It Was a Holiday Tomorrow. How to make small talk with coworkers about the weekend, upcoming events, and company news today with short, friendly English you can actually use.
Absolutely, Emma. And today, we're tackling a situation I think many of our listeners, especially those working in international environments, will find very familiar.
Oh, I'm already curious. Is it about that moment when you accidentally say, "I'm boring," instead of "I'm bored"? Because, Andrew, I've done that more than once.
Chuckle's a classic, Emma. We'll save that one for another day. Today's problem is a bit different, but just as awkward. It's about those casual conversations at work. You know, the small talk.
Oh, small talk. The bane of my existence. Or maybe the challenge of my existence.
Exactly. Imagine this. It's Friday afternoon. You're chatting with a coworker. You ask them, "So, what are your plans for next week?" And they look at you, totally confused, and say, "Next week? Emma, it's a holiday on Monday."
Gasps. Oh no, the horror. Nobody told me it was a holiday tomorrow. That's exactly how I'd feel. That's happened to me, Andrew. I felt so out of the loop.
Right? Or, even worse, you hear a coworker say, "I'm so excited for the long weekend," and you just nod, pretending you knew it was a long weekend, when in fact, you had no idea.
Yes, the polite nod of confusion. I know it well. It makes you feel disconnected, like you're not part of the team, or you're missing important information.
And that's exactly the problem we want to solve today. How do you confidently make small talk with coworkers about upcoming events, weekend plans, or even company news, without feeling awkward or out of the loop?
So, by the end of this episode, our listeners will know exactly what to say to avoid that holiday surprise feeling.
Precisely. We're going to give you 3 practical phrases that will help you navigate these conversations smoothly and confidently. So, no more polite nods of confusion.
Fantastic. I'm ready. Let's dive in.
All right, so small talk, especially in a work setting, is crucial for building rapport. It's not just about the weather, it's about connecting. But sometimes, cultural differences or just not knowing the right phrases can make it tricky.
Definitely. I remember one time a colleague asked me, "Are you doing anything fun this weekend?" And I just froze. I thought, fun? What is fun? Do I have to have fun plans? I just mumbled something about cleaning my apartment.
Laughs gently. Oh, Emma, that's so relatable. It's not about having exciting plans. It's about the connection. They're just opening a door for conversation. And cleaning your apartment can be fun in a very satisfying way.
Sighs dramatically. Only if you love cleaning. Which I don't, but anyway. What if you want to be the one to asterisk start that kind of conversation? Or you want to show you're aware of what's going on, like a holiday?
Excellent question. Let's think about the holiday scenario. You overhear someone talking about a long weekend. You're not sure if it applies to everyone or if you're just missing something. Instead of just nodding, you could say, "Is there something going on next week?"
Is there something going on next week? That sounds simple enough. It's direct, but not too demanding.
Exactly. It's a gentle way to ask for information without admitting you're completely out of the loop. It opens the door for them to explain, "Oh yeah, it's a public holiday on Monday," or "The company is having a team-building event."
So if I just heard someone say long weekend, I could ask, "Is there something going on next week that I should know about?"
Perfect, Emma. Adding "that I should know about" makes it even clearer that you're seeking information relevant to your work or schedule. It's polite and professional.
I like that. It's like you're saying, "Hey, I'm interested in what's happening around here."
Precisely. It shows engagement. Now, what about company news? Sometimes there are internal announcements or maybe a big project launching. You might hear whispers, but not have all the details.
Oh, the whispers. Those are the worst. You feel like everyone knows something you don't.
That's where our second phrase comes in handy. If you hear a colleague mention something vague about a project or a company change, you could say, "I heard some talk about that. What's the latest?"
I heard some talk about that. What's the latest? That's good. It acknowledges you've heard something, so you're not totally clueless, but you're asking for clarification.
Right. It's much better than just saying, "What are you talking about?" which can sound a bit abrupt or even rude. I heard some talk about that. Shows you're generally aware, but you need the specific details.
So if I hear someone say, the new software update is going to be a game changer, I could jump in with, oh, I heard some talk about that. What's the latest on it?
Spot on. And it invites them to elaborate. They'll likely be happy to share the information, feeling like they're in the know and you're interested. It builds connection.
This is great, Andrew. So far we have, is there something going on next week that I should know about? And I heard some talk about that. What's the latest?
Excellent memory, Emma. Now for our third phrase. This one is for when you want to initiate small talk about general upcoming events or just check in on someone's plans, perhaps for the weekend or a personal project.
Like when I said I cleaned my apartment, I could have done better there.
You could have. Instead of just answering, you could turn the question back or initiate it yourself. A great way to do this is to say, anything exciting coming up for you?
Anything exciting coming up for you? Oh, I love that. It's open-ended, friendly, and it's not just about the asterisk next thing, but anything in the near future.
Exactly. It could be for the weekend, a vacation, a personal project, a hobby. It gives them a lot of room to share something they're genuinely looking forward to. And it's much more engaging than, what are your plans?
Because what are your plans can feel a bit like an interrogation sometimes, or like you have to have plans.
My thoughts exactly. Anything exciting coming up for you is softer, more invitational. It also implies that you're interested in one, nops them, and their life outside of work, which is key for building good coworker relationships.
So if someone asks me, how was your weekend? And my weekend was just, normal, I could say, it was good, pretty relaxed. But hey, anything exciting coming up for you?
Perfect. You've answered, and then you've pivoted the conversation to them, using a friendly and open question. That's a natural back and forth.
This is making so much sense. I can totally see myself using these. Now let's really nail down these three phrases.
Fantastic. Let's do a deep dive into each one. Deep dive section. Our first phrase, to gently inquire about a holiday or event you might have missed, is there something going on next week that I should know about?
So the core is there something going on? The next week or that I should know about is optional depending on the context.
Precisely, Emma. Is there something going on is the core. You add next week if you're talking about the near future, or that I should know about to specify it's work-related or important.
What does it mean simply?
It means, please tell me if there's an event, meeting, or holiday happening that I'm unaware of. It's a polite way to get updated without sounding like you're complaining about being uninformed.
Can you give me another example sentence?
Sure. Imagine you see everyone packing up early on a Friday. You could ask a colleague, hey, is there something going on today? Everyone seems to be leaving early.
That's super useful. Now, for our Vietnamese listeners, what's a common mistake they might make?
A common mistake is saying something like, what is next week? Or, tell me about next week. These are too direct and can sound demanding or like you expect them to give you a full schedule. Is there something going on? Is much softer and more natural.
Got it. So, is there something going on next week is the way to go. Let's practice saying it. I'll say it slowly first, then you can repeat after me. Slowly. Is there something going on next week? Natural speed. Is there something going on next week?
Repeating slowly. Is there something going on next week? Repeating naturally. Is there something going on next week?
Excellent. Moving on to phrase number 2. This one is for when you've heard a rumor or vague information about company news or a project. I heard some talk about that. What's the latest?
This phrase is fantastic because it shows you're not completely clueless, but you're also not pretending to know everything.
What does "what's the latest" really mean?
What's the latest means, what is the most recent information or development regarding this topic? It's a very common way to ask for an update.
Another example, please.
Of course. Let's say you heard that the company is hiring a new manager. You could say, I heard some talk about that new manager position. What's the latest on the hiring process?
That makes total sense. Now, for our Vietnamese learners, any common pitfalls with this one?
Yes. Sometimes learners might say, I heard something about that. What is new? While what is new isn't wrong, what's the latest is far more natural and common in this context, specifically for updates on ongoing situations. What is new is more for general news or updates on a person's life.
So, what's the latest is key here. Okay, let's practice. Slowly, I heard some talk about that. What's the latest? Natural speed. I heard some talk about that. What's the latest?
Repeating slowly, I heard some talk about that. What's the latest? Repeating naturally, I heard some talk about that. What's the latest?
Great! And finally, our third phrase, for initiating friendly small talk about personal plans or upcoming events. Anything exciting coming up for you?
This is my personal favorite for general small talk, Emma. It's so much more inviting than a simple, "What are your plans?" which can feel a bit like an interview question.
What's the meaning of coming up for you in this context?
Coming up for you means happening soon in your life or on your schedule. It's broad enough to cover anything from weekend plans to a vacation, a personal project, or even just a fun dinner.
Can you give us another example?
Absolutely. After a long meeting, you might turn to a colleague and say, "Phew, that was a long one. Anything exciting coming up for you this evening to unwind?"
I love that. It's so warm and friendly. What's a common mistake our Vietnamese listeners might make with this one?
A common mistake is translating too literally, perhaps saying, "Do you have anything fun soon?" or "What fun things are you planning?" While these are understandable, anything exciting coming up for you is the most natural and idiomatic way to ask this. It sounds less like you're trying to extract information and more like genuine interest.
That makes a lot of sense. It's about the feeling behind the words. Okay, let's practice this one. Slowly, anything exciting coming up for you? Natural speed. Anything exciting coming up for you?
Repeating slowly, anything exciting coming up for you? Repeating naturally, anything exciting coming up for you?
Fantastic! I feel so much more prepared for those water cooler conversations now. No more awkward nods for me.
That's the goal, Emma. Remember, these phrases aren't just about getting information. They're about building connections and showing you're an engaged member of your team.
So to recap, we have 1. Is there something going on next week that I should know about? For holidays or general events you might have missed. 2. I heard some talk about that. What's the latest? For company news or project updates. 3. Anything exciting coming up for you? Nidus. For friendly small talk about personal plans or upcoming events.
Perfect summary, Emma. And remember, practice makes perfect. Try using one of these phrases next time you have a chance to chat with a coworker.
Exactly. And speaking of practice, we have a challenge for you, our amazing listeners.
For today's comment challenge, we want you to tell us, what's something exciting coming up for you? It could be anything. A weekend trip, a new project, learning a new skill, or even just a delicious meal you're planning to cook.
We'd love to hear about it in the comments below. Use the phrase, anything exciting coming up for you in your answer or ask us that question.
And if you found this episode helpful, please like this video. It helps us know what kind of content you enjoy the most.
And don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more daily English listening practice with us.
Thank you for listening today. We hope this episode helped you practice real English. You've been listening to SpeakCast English. Thanks for practicing with us, and see you next time on SpeakCast English.